Hello everyone and welcome back. We're trying this out. We're going to see how this works. Today we have the Fortnite Victory Royale series from Hasbro, the Motorboat. Now I want to let you know I got this on sale or whatever on Amazon, so this was about $25. I don't know how many they have or whatever. I do want to kind of shout out that that was the price I paid, because you get a subscription or whatever, then you get it for free shipping. So it's not like I had to pay for shipping either. We're gonna open her up. We'll see how it compares with our Joes and other figures here, and we'll go from there. I don't really play Fortnite for the Victory Royale series or whatever. I remember when I played Fortnite, it was really just you were using the same map that you're using for the Battle Royale. The only thing is you had to go on there so you could get materials to build in the other area that you built on, and that was a whole different type of game, and then they made it to what most people play today. So looking at it, we do have some pegs behind the seat here, so that way we can get a couple extra figures. Looks like we're able to carry a couple figures here. It does have a missile of some sort. Engine looks like it's supposed to move or something, so we'll take a look at this. We'll get it opened up here, brand new, still sealed. We get our pocket knife going here so we can take a look at this. I didn't want to do this as a Figure Friday because, well, for one, there's no figure in here, and for two, I think it's a little bit bigger than a Figure Friday. So I figure, well, we'll do this today. And it is interesting because it's all being done by Hasbro, so there we go. All right, so obviously this is our missile here. This is our water for our boat to go on. Trying to see what we all have. I don't know what's all holding it in here. Not much. Okay. And then I can get that out of here. So we do have a fairly nice looking boat. Missed the chair. Okay. So it looks like this is our chair that kind of snaps in here, so we'll kind of get that going. So this is the old-fashioned snap style. So once you snap it in, I'm going to assume that I'm not going to mess this up too much. This is kind of flanged here, so once we snap it in, it should not come back out. But we can swivel. We do have two pegs here. We have some pegs over here as well. Here's our motor. And of course, this does sit on here like this, I guess. There we go. Okay. Now it's nice and flat. Now the other question is, for anyone that wanted to do this, if you're getting this for your kids, the question I'm really alluring to is, would this float? I really don't know offhand. It looks like it's pretty solidly done. It feels nice and solid. We have some cardboard here. So this rocks a little bit. And rocks on the other side. So we do have like a tow rope. The engine's in here. We have some piping going along. I mean, it can rock back and forth. This is a nice addition. There's a part of me that almost says maybe pick up a second one. This could work very well as either a G.I. Joe or Cobra boat. We will take our figures here. Now, one thing I do want to note here, because we kind of just did these two figures and I still have them sitting here, so I can put her standing here. That works out pretty good. There is room there. I do want you to see the. So we do have some nice prints in here. Looks like, I don't know what that's going to be for. Maybe aiming or something. Some controls. That's our missile launcher. I don't know what these would be for. But we do have some nice print going on the back here. The way this all prints. Oh, this pops all the way out. Okay. So those engines can pop all the way out, or they can go in. So however you want to run them. But she does stand there pretty good. I think she is shorter than, and we have Airborne here. She does look like she is shorter. Yeah, she is significantly shorter than Airborne. So when we're looking at our other vehicles, do keep that in mind. Depending on what figure you have, they may be taller or shorter. So, and that's what I was trying to say with the UTV. If you have some shorter characters, it might work a little bit better than some of our taller figures. Trying to get his knees to bend here. I got him bending in different spots. I'm hoping that's not going to make too much of an issue. I want to get him behind the seat here. All right. Of course, his machine gun, or his. Boy, I'm just not having a good luck here. With everything in the way here, I'm just not seeing what I need to see to be able to do this correctly. That. And then, oh, there we go. Okay. He may not be the best figure for doing this. I don't know how they're doing the other Fortnite figures. He does fit in here. He is kind of wedged in here, I will say that. So if we have him kind of positioned like he's driving, maybe his gun's up in the air. Got the one peg there. Let's see here. I'm finally trying to put, there she is. Alright, so we have that. Now, this is all supposed to be roughly 1/12 scale, because that's what Hasbro's been doing. We have another bag here, so let's see what's in our bag. Okay. Now I'm looking for instructions. I do have a small sheet of paper here, so I'm hoping that's some sort of instructions, but it doesn't appear to be. Okay, I don't see any extra instructions in there, so I'm trying to figure out what that white piece is for. I'm at a loss. So without instructions or knowing as much about the game as maybe some others, I'm at a loss for that one piece. Okay, well, we will take a flight around here. Like I said, that should clip onto something somewhere. Almost looks like it could be an engine piece. We do have a rocket there. Okay, I don't have anything that shoots it that I see. So let's take another gander through all this. Okay, so we have pegs here and there, so we could get another, while we're trying to figure this out, we can get another, what, 6 figures on here, so we could have 7 figures total. Still trying to figure this part out. This is the one thing about, when I'm doing these, it's not like, because this is kind of an informal. Oh, okay, wait a minute, now I get it. There's a piece back here, and that's what it goes into. So if I put this in down here, and it snaps, that's where that goes. And then on here, it's got a hole there, so that fits right in there. So this fits in there. I think that's meant to hold this in there a little bit better. So that's what we got. Okay, well, I mean, the pipes and all that, I don't know exactly what we have them in here for, but I mean, it has a nice, cool look to it. This is a fairly good sized boat. I don't have a tape measure offhand. Let me find a tape measure real quick. I know I gotta have one sitting here, I just don't know exactly where I put it. So I always have a tape measure handy. Okay. So for everyone wondering exactly how big this thing is, from the bow to the stern we are about 19 inches. With the water, it looks like we're roughly about 22 inches out. So this has got a little bit of size to it. I think if you put it up on a shelf, it may take up most of that shelf, but it would be a cool way to take up that shelf, I will admit that. Just wanting to try and do kind of a pose here. Give her gun back. Guess what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to think of, I guess it's just the two of them, so this would work. She's sitting here. I'd kind of like to have her sitting here like this, but we got that ledge in the back, so I mean the peg holds her foot there, so I guess that's fine. Kind of looks like she's kind of hanging on here a little bit, but yeah. Now this looks like it should have a launcher here, and it did click, so I don't see any spot that launches from. Just being honest. I heard like a click, but I just don't know where that would launch from. And like I said, now I opened it up brand new from the box, so it's not like this is used. So I'm just trying to figure out exactly where our steering wheel turns, where our launch mechanism would be if it does have a launch mechanism. I just don't see it. Now maybe it's something I'm missing. And our rope just rolls out. That doesn't have any extra feature to it. Our engine sits there real nice and solid. I think this could have almost been better if we had 2 seats as well as the pegs, but I'm guessing that this is how it is in the game, so you know, if you got to pay homage to the game, you pay homage to the game. I get it. I'm not arguing any of that. Just looking at it from someone that doesn't really play Fortnite. I knew the boat was roughly a 1/6 scale. Looking at some of the figures, they look like they're 1/6 scale, or they keep saying 1/6, 1/12 scale. I'm sorry. So it looks really good. You know, we have the nice controls in here, and having extra displays and everything else for someone else to kind of take care of. It looks good. I think it works really well. The only thing I'm really worrying about is, okay, so I've got a missile there. It feels like it should launch Now that's just a feel when it's snapped in there. Now it just popped it out. So like I said, it had like a snap. So, well, maybe it doesn't. So, either way. But if you're looking for another vehicle, like I said, I got this for $24 off of Amazon. So, trying to have something for your Joes or Cobras to sit on. I think this could be a universal thing. I think it'll work out pretty well. The fact that we can get 7 figures on here is kind of awesome. So we can pile 7 figures on here. Looks wonderful. Maybe get Roadblock or someone up there with a machine gun. Just kind of resting that up here would be really cool. But yeah, just kind of go from there. Doesn't mean we couldn't have her out here. Kind of put her arm up. Let's see. There we go. Turn her head so that way it looks like she's in a firing position. I think that looks somewhat about accurate. I usually don't. I try the best I can for posing the figures. Usually when I'm doing it, I feel like I'm doing a horrible job, but actually that one looks like it's halfway decent. So I'll leave it be. He looks like I'm doing something kind of goofy with, but I think if I had a different character in here, maybe a smaller figure, kind of like what she is, that might work a little bit better in there. Leg-wise, there is room for the legs to go straight out. So I do have room, and I don't know if you can see that or not. There is room for me to have the legs straight in there. So if I had a different figure, or if I wanted to have his legs straight out, I could leave the legs pretty well straight out. Not knowing how the Fortnite characters are themselves, you know, you can kind of slop them in here a little bit more. I don't think he fits because that harness might be in the way. That's what it seems like. I could be wrong. Now it just seems like he's really stiff. I think I'm mucking this up a little bit. All right. Well, here. There. That works a little bit better. Now I got his hand on the steering wheel, so that looks decent. Okay. A little less sitting, a little bit more kind of reclining back. So. Alright, and there we are. Trying to get everything so it looks halfway decent. Now I got to figure out where I'm going to put this. Like I said, I'm running out of room for this stuff. That's why we have the Legos in the background. But it's cool. And for the price it was, I figured, you know what, even if it just sits here for a while, but I was gone yesterday, so I didn't have a chance to get videos up. That's why we're doing this right now, and I figured, you know what, this is a good day to get this out, because, you know, we got to get these out here. So, you know, if I find other vehicles that are going relatively cheap, I do have another one that came in relatively inexpensive. And that's what I'm trying to go for. That's why sometimes I hit off-brand stuff or whatever. And usually you see me struggle with it, but that Legos are a little different than something like this. This is all done by Hasbro. I don't know why they're doing Fortnite at a cheaper price, or maybe it's just that this didn't sell very well because not very many people are collecting the Fortnite, and I'm just fortunate enough to say, hey, let's do this for Joe, or Star Wars. I mean, because she's Star Wars, he's Joe, but like I said, she works almost in any genre that we can put her into. So, yeah, it's an interesting vehicle. Looks pretty nice. Sitting up here on its stand, it works pretty good. Now with that piece on the back there, let's just see. It really does kind of sit down more. So if you're going to leave this just on the ground, which I don't know why you would, but for those that don't want to put it on the water, I would say probably leave that white piece off, because that white piece really requires everything to be on that stand, which is fine. But just want to let you know, Interesting vehicle. Looks really nice. Looks really cool to me. Hope you enjoy it. I'm going to figure out where I'm going to put this somewhere, and we'll go from there. With that, thanks for visiting. We'll see you in the next video.